another scene.
There we go.
We're back. Oh, I mean, we're still here.
It wasn't too long. It could have been longer because we've had some pretty long breaks in between episodes. What I was going to say was I had a thought in my head today. It was like if I ever... Because I watched Holly from... She's Ross from Game Grumps' wife. She has her own channel where she does really cool cosplays.
Sure.
And
I like
she did...
This is always funny, though. They give you this little, like, easier fight. But only because he has a spike and he's, like...
flying.
Yeah. It's a fun way to...
Pretty sure I said fuck
level it out.
you and use Starstorm for this.
Yeah, you did. But you only get... I mean, you've already...
I was going to tag along first.
Yeah. What were you saying?
So, I had this thought in my head today. So, I saw this video where she and JonTron talk about birds, or burbs, as she calls them. Mm-hmm. She has pet birds, and he has pet birds, and they just wanted to give tips. And I was like, man, if I ever had a pet bird, I'd probably name him Pidgeotto, or Pidgeot.
Pidgeot, yeah.
Specifically. Mostly because Pidgeot's my favorite bird Pokemon. That's not a legendary.
Well, why do you gotta exclude them legendaries?
Huh?
Why you gotta exclude them legendaries?
I like to differentiate between the two. If I'm gonna choose a legendary, like my favorite legendary is, I don't want to say Girahim. What is his name? The Ghost Dragon.
I'm just gonna let you sit here and struggle for it.
You gonna struggle for it? Thanks. Giratina. It's okay, I got it.
There you go.
Giratina is my favorite legendary of all time. Because he's Ghost and Dragon, my two favorite types. But if I were to choose my non-favorite, it would be Gengar, because I don't know. Usually when other people ask me favorite Pokemon, they usually ask like, don't include legendaries, because like legendary is like a cop out. Because they're obviously cool, because they're powerful.
Not all obviously cool.
No.
There's some pretty dumb ones. Oh, you idiot.
I took it, because I didn't have anything else to do that turn, I believe.
You could do nothing.
That's true. I didn't think
not
about
have
it.
lost a health.
But you know, hindsight is 20/20.
Why does everyone say that? Why don't they say like 2010? There are people with 2010 vision. Why would you stop it at 2020?
I used to have 2010 vision, but I don't know. Hindsight is always clear, I guess, at the very least. I mean, you could, if you want to start saying my hindsight is 2100, go ahead. Or no, 110.
2010.
Some arbitrary large ratio of sight. I think it's weird that, like, you can measure your vision in terms of, like, distances between you and other people. But then when you go to get an eye prescription, they don't measure it that way. They measure it in some arbitrary number. Well, I don't have glasses, so I don't know exactly how it works, but that's what I've heard.
Well, the number being the actual curvature that needs to be in the lens is the way I've understood it.
Okay.
That could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it relates to. Like,
which makes sense, I guess. I just, a lot of these like arbitrary units, I don't know why they don't I don't know why they don't keep the unit on the end so that you can know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Especially because I try to like...
Look, it's Goombella's, or Goombario's
brother and sister.
Sister and mom.
Sister and mom. Whenever I try to talk to people about, like... I mean, not... Like, you guys know the difference, but, like, I'll ask somebody, like, are you nearsighted or farsighted? And they're like, I don't know.
Well, that's when you say, can you see close up or far away?
Yeah.
You're nearsighted if you can see close up, and farsighted if you can see far away.
Which makes total sense to me. That's, like, how I remember it.
Well, it's weird because I always thought that, I don't know. I think for a long time I thought I was farsighted. Plus, that to me seems so weird. If you can't see close up but can see far away, because I am nearsighted. I can read. Well,
it's the difference between the way that your eyes can focus.
Oh, I know. But
like if you think about your two eyes trying to think about an eye trying to focus on a specific object.
I get all that, but
they don't.
But to me, the logic is the further away, the blurrier it gets. That makes sense to me. Just like, even though I get that that's not what it is. Like,
I mean, have you ever tried to put a book so close to your face you can't read it?
No, because as it gets close. Well, I mean, yes, but that
But it's usually
close up
not
to me
that-
is where I can see clearly. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you know how bad my vision is, but it's bad.
I mean, I've seen you wearing glasses, and I know you wear contacts. I don't think I've ever put. I think I put on your glasses one time.
Well, even then, it doesn't really
Tell you much. Yeah.
The fact is that like this microphone would not be in focus if I didn't have my contacts. That like I am not a very.
How not in focus? Like, would there almost be two of them?
I mean,
just be
there would.
fuzzy?
Well,
Like, you wouldn't be able to read any of the text on it.
I certainly wouldn't be able to read any of the text on it. And if there was a book right where this might, if I'm going to read a book without my glasses in, it's going to be
Yeah.
6 inches in front of my face.
I sometimes have those like thoughts, like, what am I gonna go first, nearsighted or farsighted? Because I can't tell
I don't know
yet.
why you rested with this cookie for so long.
I was laughing about it because it's a cookie. It's a cookie.
Yeah,
It's what it.
cookie.
Because it's kooky. It's silly.
Oh,
What?
nothing.
Oh, did you touch the wire
touched
a
the
little
cord.
bit?
Yeah. I hope we don't lose more audio.
We'll make sure. Oh gosh. We're still good, I assume.
We're still
Yeah.
growing strong like the Tyrells.
Yeah. Still growing. Yeah, we're still good.
Good. I don't remember anymore either.
Yeah, well, sometimes I wonder if I'm going to go one or the other. I don't know which one. There's no, like, I can't tell yet. I want to say that I would go farsighted because I stare at a computer screen all day and my near vision would go bad.
Yeah, that
But-
makes sense.
I mean, honestly, it's hard to tell. There was a time where I thought I, like, overnight went not blind, but, like, overnight, like, lost my far-sighted vision. Because I looked up from my computer in AP Computer Science in high school one day, and I literally couldn't read anything on the projector. Like, I couldn't focus on it at all. And I was freaking out. I told my dad, and he was like, "Oh, that happens if you stare at a computer screen for too long sometimes." It's never happened to me since that one time, but it freaked me out.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I can't read it. I literally can't read it right now. And it just happened out of nowhere.
I don't know if I would have rather it happen out of nowhere or just gradually.
Yeah, you gradually I feel like is worse.
Yeah,
Because
because then one day you just realize.
that you haven't been able to read something.
Or
I would
that-
rather it happen quickly so that I could, get it fixed.
Though I do remember the first, I got glasses I was prescribed glasses in kindergarten. Or no, I was prescribed glasses in 2nd grade.
Okay.
But I really didn't. I didn't want to wear them as a kid. I was embarrassed to wear them. But I remember walking down the hallway of that school. It was after my parents got divorced, and I was going to school at my mom's school. And I remember seeing someone like wave at me from down the hallway, and me not being able to tell who they were. And that, and then it was the librarian who I was like. I stayed after school a lot because my mom's a teacher, and
so that you can go out with her.
Right. So she didn't have to pay for a babysitter or daycare or anything like that. But I spent a lot of my time in the library, and it was just really shocking to me as like an 8-year-old, I guess, that I couldn't recognize. That was my first realization. I was like, shit, I need these glasses.
Yeah.
But in the 3rd grade, I ended up going back to the school I was zoned for, and not the one my mom taught at. And since none of them had known me without glasses, I kind of used that as an excuse to start wearing them. And so I wore them from 3rd through, straight through the summer before 6th grade, which is when my parents allowed my siblings and I to get contacts.
There you go.
But then, I remembered the first time that I put contacts in and was able to see without something like on my face and see clearly, and that was really odd to me again. And since then, I'm really bad, and I sleep in my contacts, and I don't. I just kind of pretend they're not there until
I know people that will wear their contacts for multiple days, but I know people.
It's bad. You're not supposed. I do that, but.
And I know that, I know you're not supposed to keep them in overnight, but I know that there are contacts that last a certain amount of days before you have to get, break out the new ones. But you're supposed to still take them out
at nighttime. Yeah, definitely. And
I just
don't. and that's bad. And one day I actually really could, like, I hurt my eye pretty badly. But
Honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to do glasses or contacts, because by the time my vision is bad enough, it'll be socially acceptable perfectly to be wearing glasses all the time. I just don't know if I'll look good.
It already is socially acceptable to be wearing glasses all the time.
Being an adult and everything.
Well, yeah. No, when I am a big boy with a job here in like 6 months,
You're going to get
I'm
LASIK.
gonna get LASIK. Yeah.
Last 20 years, so they say.
Well, and it's improving. My
Every
dad,
6 months is getting better. Yeah.
my dad got LASIK when it was still relatively new, and he wears glasses he wears like reading glasses now, and he will wear glasses if he's golfing at night. But that's
Golfing at night.
yeah, because he loses his ball if he doesn't.
You should wear those UV sunglasses that pick up white balls. You ever seen those?
No.
They're in.
Well, he doesn't lose the ball in the daytime though, and what is it? I mean,
What is it in?
you're gonna wear sunglasses in
Sky Mall. Sky Mall has like those special sunglasses that you can buy that let you pick out a golf ball from like 100 yards.
you immediately come back into another blooper fight. Yeah, I remember. I have seen those.
Didn't Sky Mall go bankrupt?
Well, the last time I was on an airplane, there was no Sky Mall, and this was probably 3 weeks ago. I'm going on an airplane on Sunday. I guess I can use that. Was there any on your way to New York?
I didn't even check. I did not pay attention. I was as soon as I sat down and got the other two, because I was in the aisle seat. So this was here. I'll preface this story for those of you at home. This is the first time I flew by myself. Not a big deal. It was just the fact that I didn't have it. Normally, I have my siblings sitting next to me, because that's the way that we do the seating. We get the whole row because there's 5 of us. So I was flying I was flying back from New York by myself to go to a wedding, and as soon as I sat down and had the other 2 people sit down with me, I just put my headphones in and just listen to music. Because now you can use electronics on planes, which is nice.
Well, you've been able to use electronics
During
on planes
takeoff,
for quite a while.
like you can listen to your music during takeoff.
You're right.
You just have to put it into airplane mode still, which even that's not necessary. Like it's still, I don't know.
Necessary?
It's not like they recommend that you don't.
Right.
That you do turn it into airplane mode.
Right. Poops out little babies.
Yeah, he pooped them out. They're cute.
He just gave birth. I guess that blooper's a she.
That or it's asexual.
That's possible.
Which is weird because most multi-celled organisms can't just inseminate themselves and then plop out a fully formed baby version of themselves.
All right. There you go, eating that cookie.
Yeah. It was funny because I didn't talk to the girl sitting next to me until literally until we landed.
Yeah.
I did not say a word other than saying yeah sure if she needed to go to the bathroom or whatever and getting up. Turns out she was a seamstress or an embroiderist and was going to an embroidery convention in Texas, which to me we talked about it first. I was like, yeah, it makes sense because I know a lot of embroidery places in Texas. It seems to be a very common thing. Apparently, most embroidery conventions happen in Texas.
Well, there's a lot of shit happens in Texas because it's a giant ass state.
Also true.
I'm gonna go back and live in Texas again next week for the foreseeable future.
Do you want to stay in Texas?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's where. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense for me to go anywhere else unless there was some amazing band opportunity. But that's where band is.
Plus the fact that Texas schools treat the arts pretty well in general.
Yeah, as far as the U.S. and the U.S. goes.
The Midwest and South.
Yeah, things are changing. Music is just made a core subject.
Yay!
That is good.
No, that's great. What is that actually? Do you know what that means for everybody, or is it just kind of a?
Well,
was there any specific rule that applies to it that we have to start following now?
No, I don't. I don't know everything about it, but from what I get is it protects the budgets of those programs.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
As a core
Hey, look
subject.
at that. It's gotten that slaps down.
It you know, we can't just be cut willy-nilly like it's an extracurricular.
Yeah, and which is amazing.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to derail you anymore, but I just noticed that the A button goes down when you're supposed to. I never saw that. I literally was paying direct attention to Mario and the enemy.
Yeah, I know. It took me a while to notice that too. But I don't think they have gone so far as, you know, it's certainly not a required area of study for K through 12. You know, people already in most locations took it K through 5, some sort of music, but
I only did like, we did like the occasional, we did like this music-ish class like on the off days that we didn't have gym in like elementary school, K through 5, and we really just sang like, you know, on pitch, very, very simple stuff that I'm 99% sure most people I know forgot by the time we went to 6th grade.
Well, and a lot of that's just something that needs to be worked out through the music teachers in a, you know, in an actual system as well. You know, ideally there would be planning from the elementary to the 12th grade of building on, you know.
It doesn't have to be music. I was perfectly fine with having the like option in 6th grade to choose band, choir, orchestra,
well,
acting, or art.
Well, what I'm meaning is, though I wasn't quite going there, though that's true too. But if you are gonna want music to be retained, even for the people who don't go on and do it outside of elementary school, the way that you have to do that is with a vertical planning scheme from the bottom to the top, to where you're building upon each year, literally all the way through graduation.
Which I could see a good thing of like spending the time to learn the kind of basic music that I learned in my 6th grade year, not including the actual instrument play, in like K through 5.
Well, a lot of programs do that.
Mine didn't. At least not to the extent that I would remember it, because I had to be retaught everything.
Right. Well, and your brain does weird things with that too. We don't have to get into that. We're just kind of not ignoring the video at this point. But whatever.
Speaking of brains, I need to finish watching iZombie, which we talked about in the original recording of the first episode we lost footage for.
I heard that. Twist. I feel like he's just got like a big load coming on.
I was thinking about, so like it zooms in on Bloopers' face when he's doing that. I found out what the name is for the meme where you have like a picture and it keeps zooming in repeatedly on a specific part of the picture. So we took a picture in New York when we were doing the food tour. It was in the like back patio of this like little restaurant. We were eating the best macaroni and cheese I've ever had. But we took a family photo, and I just decided to make like a stupid like thin flat mouth and wide eyes, and everybody else is smiling. And we were joking about doing it, and I actually looked up, like, I was like, there has to be a name for that meme. Like, it's got to have, like, a real name. And
this is a closer fight than I remember as well.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm not very good in general at this game. I think I was able to finish it.
I think you out of sight, and then... No, I know you were able to finish it.
I meant, like, in this turn. Nope, I remember now. I gave it 1 health, not on purpose.
So you're doing that as we try to decide what the best... I think we were discussing, really, like, even I don't remember what we ended up doing, but I think it took a fair amount of luck.
Yeah.
So
but I can do it.
What were you doing with the picture?
We were just joking about the fact that we should take that family photo and do the little meme with it where I consistently zoom in on my own face. Because the face was one of those, like, it worked perfectly with the photo because you could tell it was very out of place.
Yeah.
And then they got mad at me because I kept making funny faces whenever we tried to do family photos because I just didn't want to take it seriously.
I can see why that would be annoying if I were your mother.
Well, it wasn't like, I mean, we were having a good time. There's nothing wrong with it. I just thought it was funny because it's like, why do we need to take a super serious, like, smiley photo?
Oh, gosh.
They are... they're faster than the yellow
than the fuzzies. Yeah, they are. Wow.
Yeah, calling it real close. Now we
now we're because our last one was like, oh shit.
you gotta like.